realize what real life is all about, I experienced my first heartbreak. Although I said to myself that I want to enter 2016 with a thankful heart, not one that holds on to the past. But one of my biggest New Year's resolutions is to always look good. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. Happy new year 2016. Boy, am I happy to see you. 2015 bye. As you can see from the title of this video, I am saying a very big hello to 2016 and a huge and even bigger goodbye to 2015. In this video we're going to talk about some of the things that I definitely want to say no more to from 2015, and the things that I want to, embrace as part of a, a new year, new me kind of mode going on. And I just wanted to share those things with you. 2015 seemed like, generally, I get this general feel that it was quite a tough year for a lot of people. And even on a global level, there were so many disasters that led people to ask, why God, why me? And on a personal level, as I spoke about in my anxiety video, I really felt like this was the year that a lot of people my age were starting to realize what real life is all about. And that transition into adulthood was going on for a lot of people, and it was shaking a lot of people because they weren't quite sure how to deal with it, because this is something that they've never experienced before. Me now personally, one of the biggest things that happened to me in 2015 was that I experienced my first heartbreak. All the other heartbreaks were heartbreaks, quote unquote, because they weren't real. There were things you could sleep and get over, but for me this heartbreak it came out of a situation that I thought was an ideal situation, and a situation that I thought was basically, I thought I found the one, yo. I thought I found the one, right? Crazy, right? As a how old was I last year? I was 19 when this happened. I thought I found the one. And yeah, and let me tell you guys, it really broke me. I already told myself, yeah, when I'm filming this video, that I'm not gonna cry and I'm not gonna get emotional. I'm just gonna be a little soldier and talk about it, because it's been a while since I've actually spoken about it. And it broke me because I didn't know how to deal with it, and I didn't really know what to do or who to talk to about it. This breakup actually became the catalyst for both negativity and positivity in my life. And of course the negatives came first. One of the biggest negatives was I'm a chubby girl, right? I have a tendency to gain weight naturally. That's just eating whatever. There's some people that they can eat the whole world and they will still stay skinny, like my sister. Hate you. And there's some people that will eat an apple and just balloon up. I mean, I'm just exaggerating, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, when I first came to uni, I really nipped this in the bud and I started eating healthily. I started working out. So I had that mindset that yes, I know I'm always going to be a thickums. I call myself chunky. I'm always going to be a thickums, but I need to sort of like regulate that and make sure it's a healthy kind of thickums. But when this breakup happened, all of that just kind of went out of the window. I didn't care anymore. I was just eating. I didn't even realize at the time, but now that I look back on it, I realized I was comfort eating. And these are things that I don't even have a sweet tooth. I think it's more of the savory stuff that I was eating. In fact, I think one of my biggest things that I used to eat, French bread. Yeah, I would go and get that, and I would get Le Pack butter, the one that's a bit salty. I'm telling you, I can finish one long French bread in one day. So it was inevitable that I was going to gain a few here and there. So I gained weight in good places, come on, there's always good places. I also gained weight in bad places. I started to see love handles. I screamed, like, what is this? I started to see my belly protruding. Yeah, I just saw a new me, and I wasn't sure whether I really liked it. And in fact, I didn't like it. I pretended like I was okay and it was alright. I was alright with gaining weight, but I know that although I'm a bit on the bigger side, this is not the kind of big I'm used to, and it's not the kind of big that I like on me personally. I also had anxiety, guys. But this wasn't just solely based on the breakup. There were a few other things that were going on that maybe I'll touch on as the year goes along. I'm the kind of person that gives advice onto people. The strong also have their weak moments, and the strong, because they are the strong and the ones that people always run to, they're not actually sure that whether they can run to other people and get the same type of support that they would normally give out. Other things, but let's not dwell too much on the negatives. What are the positives that we can pull out of this, and how are we going to make 2016 a bigger and better year? I never planned on ever talking about God on the Mo Chunk show. My breakup and my anxiety, no human being could pull me out of. It wasn't until I rediscovered Christ that I rediscovered my happiness. God found an avenue to pull me out of what I was deep inside of. It's a bit difficult for somebody who is living and breathing something to not speak about it as well. And it was through the loss of a carnal love that made me discover a real love, a purer love, a love that is truly unconditional, a love that never fails. And I plan on holding on to that love. Without God, I would not have been able to get through 2015. In my hurt, I was comforted in his words. In my pain, I found strength in him. And in my lowest of lows, guys, I found the Most High. So in a way, I actually want to thank, you know, yourself for breaking my heart, because if you didn't, I would never have found a love so true and so amazing in Christ. I'm not going to cry. At the beginning of last year, I prayed and I asked God, I said, God, those of you who don't know, but I've been on YouTube for about 4 years now. And in the first 3 years, I was working with a partner, so we were doing the Twiggy and Chunky show, and you know, there were some videos that were getting views, but we weren't quite getting the subscribers, and I just couldn't quite understand why. And I realized that her passion was dying and everything. And I remember having a conversation with a friend of mine, May, and she was like, well, why don't you just, if she's not in it the way you are, why don't you just make it like your thing? She just said, why don't you just do a big rebrand and just make it the My Chunk Show? In 2014, I finished on 300 subscribers, and I said to God, please, at least just 700 more. I just need to get to 1,000 next year, and I will know that this is what you want me to be doing. By April 2015, I had 1,000 subscribers, and I was like, huh, that quick, huh? And last year, 2015, I finished with 3,000 subscribers. So that's even ×3 of what I originally asked from God, and that is ×10 of what I was on last year. So it may not be big to a lot of people, but I just thank God for fulfilling the promise that he gave unto me, and not even in a small way, but in an even bigger way than I could ever anticipate. And that is just one specific blessing that God bestowed onto me. I said to myself that I want to enter 2016 with a thankful heart, not one that holds on to the past. I'm starting to discover, let me say that, the woman that God actually wants me to be. Negatives in our lives, sometimes they happen so you can discover not just who you are, but so they can turn out for positives, and you can now start to walk in your newfound the purpose that's always been there anyway, but you just kind of had to pull it out. You had to pull it out, and it's in a place of uncomfortability that we often then go on to find our comfort. This may seem very superficial, but one of my biggest New Year's resolution is to always look good. Hey, ooh, look at that light. Whoa, hey. Okay, why did I say this? Because I'm the kind of person that, you know, so into her books. During term time, I tend to not really try, you know. I tend to wear things like tracksuit bottoms to lectures, just jeans and a top, and you know, but when it comes to the weekend, I'll now look good. Like if there's a dinner or church, and for Jesus, what stress of uni there's, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. That means I don't look good, you know. But people are perceiving you as somebody that doesn't try, and you know, impressions matter. I'm noticing as I'm getting older, impressions matter. For uni, I'm gonna start dressing more smart, you know, smart cash. You know, looking good is a good business, according to my mom. Hello, mother. So that's my thing now. Like, I wouldn't wear a full face of makeup. This is just because I'm filming. Oh, the light has come again, but now it's a little bit annoying. It's time to go. It's time to go. Thank you. week. Even if it means at night laying down my outfit for tomorrow, I'll do it. And I have been doing it. It's been a whole week. You know, before I make a decision, I always like to talk to my mom about it, and I talk to Baba God about it. And I feel like, I don't want to say God definitely said, I feel like God was saying to me, don't look like your situation before your situation starts to look like you. Do you understand that? Like, and I was like, whoa, that's kind of deep. When you look good, you feel good. You know, it's therapy. I have to try and get back to my old weight. But the thing is, actually, I really like some bits. Like, I really like my new hips. I just need to work on my problem areas. So guys, what are your New Year's resolutions? I know a lot of people said that on February the 1st their 2016 restarts because their January hasn't gone so great, but you know, that's okay. Yeah, let me know what you're thinking about the new year. Is it feeling, you know, fruitful? I'm really excited about what this new year has in store. Ooh, one more thing. I am part of a choir in my uni, and we are going to UGCY University. We were the winners last year, and we are going to that competition again this year. We have a GoFundMe page, so I'm gonna put that in the description box down below. Whatever you can donate, if it is even £1, donate it. All right, so we can look fleeky and hopefully, by the grace of God, bring home the championship once again.